Can personal excitement lead to harm without losing integrity? They say, act on your highest excitement. Like joy is a compass. Like destiny hums in your heartbeat. If you just hush long enough to hear it. I wanted to believe that. That I could chase what lights me up. And life would unfold like magic origami. Perfect, purposeful, no corners cut, no souls scorched. But then I thought, what if my alignment burns somebody else's peace? More precise, what if my alignment burns someone's house down? What if the thing that thrills me is the match that takes your roof? Your photos, your grandmother's chair, smoke filling a Sunday room. What if my alignment punches a child's lunchbox from their hands? Or shatters a marriage like a storm through a cheap window? And two people wake up to suitcases and silence because I wanted to be real. What if my alignment costs a neighbor their job because my hustle stepped on theirs? Or tramples the garden they planted for a sick mother? They tell me, trust the signal, it's your true self calling. But history's full of people who said that. Right before they lit the world on fire. Their highest excitement was conquest. Control, the sound of their God cheering them on. While somebody else begged for mercy. And that's where I trip. Because then come the theologians. The scholars, the gatekeepers of God's intent. Translating eternity like it's their patent. They say, this verse means peace. This law means war. This rule applies, but only to you. And I'm standing there thinking. Maybe truth don't need translators. Just listeners brave enough to hear it raw. Maybe conscience is the first language of the divine. See, I believe in agency. Not the kind that sells you choices prepackaged. But the kind that whispers. You are responsible for what you decide is sacred. So yeah, I'll study the books. I'll weigh the wisdom, but I won't surrender my discernment to the footnotes of somebody else's faith. Because if morality's a mirror, why keep polishing someone else's reflection? If freedom is real, why rent it from the pulpit? If Yeshua taught anything, it's that truth ain't chained to a temple. It's carried in the breath of whoever dares to live it. So here's where I've landed. Act on your highest excitement. Act on it with your whole chest. But no, it won't always be clean. Someone's peace might crack. Someone's dream might bruise against your truth. That's not sin, that's contact. That's life trying to find shape through impact. The question ain't, who got hurt? The question is, were you real when you chose? Did you hide behind holiness? Or did you stand in the mess and call it yours? I don't believe in guilt as guidance. I believe in ownership, the kind that looks itself in the mirror and says, I meant that, and if it cuts, I'll learn from the blade, not blame the blood. I don't reject wisdom, I just know it don't grow in cages. The divine ain't fragile, and existence was never promised painless. So I'll keep listening for that pulse. That hums beneath all doctrine. Not to ask permission, but to stay honest when I act. 'Cause maybe the real divine alignment ain't excitement or obedience, it's authenticity. Awake, Reverend Ron, 111,025.